Hey guys, sorry for the late post. I have been gone for a week. I actually just got back home a few hours ago, so this is why this post is a little bit late. But I decided to do my project on the most important factors in persuasion. Now, when I think of persuasion, what I'm thinking of normally is trying to get somebody to do something, trying to convince somebody to do something, trying to pretty much get somebody to have or start to have the same opinion as myself. So, to start, the definition of persuasion is the action or fact of persuading someone or of being persuaded to do or believe something. Now, to me, that's a little broad, little that definition to me doesn't really do it all for me. Like I feel like that's a very general, bland definition for persuasion. So I went ahead and did a little bit of research. So persuasion is best described as an objective in order to change a person or a group's attitude or opinion towards an event, idea, object, or another person. So, like I said earlier, this is you're trying to get somebody to have the same opinion as you, or you're speaking to a class like I am right now, or talking to a group of people, or you're running a business and you're making a pitch for an idea that you think your company should sell or market or whatever it is. You're trying to convince people to get on the same page as you. So, in order to do this, you would use words, whether you're speaking them or writing them down, in order to convey this information across to these people. So by conveying the information across, your end goal, of course, is to get people to have these same opinions or feelings as you. An example of this would be I used to sell shoes. So in order to get people to buy the shoes that I'm trying to sell, I have to do a good job of persuading them. Why would they want them? Why is my price better than the next person's? Why would they get them sooner? Why am I shipping them faster? Why just certain things, certain words, certain instances that I would use to convince people in order to buy my shoe rather than go out and try to find it through somebody else. The single most important factor of persuasion that I found was actually a scientific study done in 2015 by Forbes, and the basically the idea behind this factor is what's in it for me. Most people normally are, anytime they're trying to get something or do something or buy something or whatever it is, their first option, their first thought is what makes this good for me? What's in this for me? So the study that Forbes did was actually a political study that they did, and they found that each side of the political spectrum tends to appeal only to the principles of their base and not to those of the opposition. Not very shocking. The politics normally stick, obviously, to their side, this or that, but this isn't only politics. This is most people's beliefs and feelings and opinions and this and that, which is why persuasion is not very easy to do all the time. So there was actually in this article, there was a story about a man who was doing a sales pitch and to a business, and then the business went and asked another person to make a sales pitch, and then they were deciding to go with the second person, but the first guy had asked if they would just give him one more chance. So they went ahead and they gave the guy one more chance to make another pitch, and the guy spent the entire pitch talking about how great the other company was, how great it was, how good they are, how well they do things. But at the end, he told them all the ways that his specific company was in their best interest, what was in it for them. And they actually winded up changing their mind. And I thought that was pretty interesting because most people, as soon as they think that, they're deciding between one and the other, you would think that they would be thinking what's in it for them. But this guy actually went back and praised the other business before he told them, what his company or what his plan would do to benefit them. So he gave them kind of both sides, and I thought that was cool. And there's some other factors of persuasion. Liking is a factor of persuasion. People normally say yes to what they like. The scarcity of something. A lot of people want what they can't have, or what other people don't have much of, like such as when it comes going back to the shoes. You want the nicest shoes, the more expensive shoes that not everybody could just go to the store and buy. Those are more people are drawn to those. Authority. Obviously, if you're an expert on a subject, a lot of people are going to go ahead and follow you, pay attention to you, and take your opinion into great consideration. The consistency, like everything normally in anything in life, you're going to want that consistency. You never want to be, relationships, school, jobs, you never want to be up and down and, not having any consistency in what you're doing. And then the last one that I found was consensus. So a lot of people tend to see what other people are doing before they make their decision. What the other people think of it before they go ahead and make their own decision, which isn't always great, but a lot of people tend to kind of fall back like, oh, if they're doing it, oh, maybe it's not such a bad idea. Or, oh, they're not doing it, so I'm not going to do it, rather than just going out and trying to, make up their own mind. So I thought this was pretty interesting, and those are the factors I found of persuasion. Thank you.